Well, good morning. And it is obviously a really good day for a car wash because there is a line at Cobra Good Car Wash already this morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's been like this ever since I got here. We got a really good story for you, but we got to talk to Renee real quick. There she is, doing her work. You guys are swamped.
Such a busy day, and it's a great day for a car wash. The sun's out, it's warm. We're still giving away the DuraGuard for a few more days, so come see us today. You'll get that for free with any wash you get. And yeah, come see us.
So DuraGuard does what for your car?
It adds protection to the paint, adds some shine, helps repel the water if it's raining, but it's not raining. So come see us.
And you already had a guy, we should challenge people. You already had a guy come in and buy car washes for people.
We did. We had the most nicest guy, I believe his name's Nick, and he bought 3 car washes for people. So we surprised a few people today with a free car wash.
So what did they do when they saw when you?
They were so excited they couldn't believe it. They were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so nice!" So made their day. Could
how?
happen for you too. Come
Yeah.
on.
So go do when you guys come in and get a car wash, buy one for the next person and just see how that blesses somebody.
Yeah.
So your hours.
We are open until 7 tonight. 7 to 7, or every day except Sunday. Sundays 9 to 6.
Renee, go back to your job.
All right.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Okay, guys. So we got. So Nick. So you guys remember Nick. He's not really our topic today, but one of his friends is. So you already came in and bought car washes for people.
I did. I just, I just figured, what the heck? I'm just gonna go pay for 3 random car washes, and I went in and I handed the lady some money, and it made some people's days. So it really felt great, and it was a good act of service, and there's a lot of that going on right now. And it feels a lot better to give than it does to receive.
So since the last time we saw you, you're back working.
I am. I'm back 20 hours a week, just light duty, just doing paperwork and stuff, but I'm really grateful for that. It has really been good for my emotional health.
Yeah, we all understand that. Now, you guys, this is Justin Hatfield, but he actually goes by Frog.
How's it going?
So tell me a little bit. You started a new Facebook page for people in recovery, but not just recovery from drugs and alcohol.
So I started a page called We Do Recover, and it's not just for like people that recover from drugs. It's for people that are like dealing with like recovery from cancer, people that are recovering from codependency, people that are recovering from people that have committed suicide in their life or whatever. And because it affects different areas of your family and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And to be able to recover from that is really inspirational for other people to see that it's possible to come out of there, you know.
Because you and Nick are friends, and Nick was on a few months ago because he created the Facebook page Attitude is Everything,
Yeah.
and you've seen how that really has helped.
Yeah, definitely. It really inspires a lot of people, and just to be able to go on there and see a couple positive things, you know what I mean, helps, you know, some people just make it through the day, you know.
So what's your story?
Well, my story is it's just there's a lot of wreckage in my past, and I've got probably 20 years of being homeless, strung out on drugs, and just really having this hopeless, just hopelessness, and like no desire to just do anything positive.
So prison?
I've been to prison 3 times, and a lot of people say that, you know, when you go to prison you find God, but that just wasn't the case for me. The first 2 times I was just so, the addiction had such a hold on me, and this last time I went to prison, I knew that I was like spiritually dead inside, and so I opened up my mind to, you know, to finding a faith, something I could turn my, you know, my worries and my struggles over to, and which has really helped me out. Like it's what helped turn my life around, was finding my faith.
So is your concern in this time right now with COVID and the people being isolated and people not that's pretty difficult for people? Is that why all these Facebook pages are popping up and things like that?
Yeah, I just think that maybe people have some time on their hand. They're able to actually, think about maybe something positive that can come out of this. And, there's still a lot of people out on the streets that are, that don't have all that, and that's got to be a struggle right there for sure.
So Nick, are you finding out on the Attitude page? What are you seeing with people is that a really tempting time for people who are?
Oh man, there's been a lot of people that have died in the last couple months. I just had a friend a couple days ago. They just found him at Fern Ridge Lake in the back of his truck.
They killed himself.
Yeah, Will Steiner, really good, great guy. Not sure how he died yet, but they're assuming that it was some sort of drug overdose or alcohol overdose. And he's another one. You know, all these really great people are losing their lives because there's no outlets for recovery right now. And well, meetings are starting to open up, and there's Zoom meetings and stuff like that. But it's just like our whole process of recovery is changing. So it's been really difficult for people.
And is connection this right here, this human connection, you can't replace that on Zoom.
Exactly, you can't. Like, there's just something about the human interaction that is really helps build up the strength of the recovery.
So where do you get that? What do you tell people that are out there struggling with that and going, I just need to, I can call my sponsor, but I really need to see somebody,
Well, I haven't really had a lot of experience with that. People approach me with that, but what I would say is just like get in contact with people you can get in contact with, like your family members, cousin, or your neighbor, someone close that that is not going to be necessarily harmful for the COVID thing going on. So
right. And so the recovery page is really just because you saw it, the recovery, and I, that's kind of our joke when we all talk, all of us, you guys and me, is I'm not in recovery from drugs and alcohol. I'm in recovery from life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And so there's a lot of people that don't do the 12 steps. And that's their outlet is these pages. And they don't necessarily like the groups and they're more comfortable just doing their own thing. A lot of people call it white knuckling in it. And I don't believe in the white knuckle thing. I believe that if you're going to do it, you're going to do it. But some people just need that extra help and support to get through, some structure to build upon their recovery. And then once they recovered, then they could start, actually living their life how it should be lived.
So are meetings starting to get back together?
Yeah, they're starting to reconvene. A lot of the meetings are happening at parks, where a lot of churches aren't opening up yet because of the order by Governor Kate Brown. Churches can't open for large gatherings. So there's some churches that are letting people gather in small groups. However, most people are meeting at Emerald Park in Eugene.
So how do they get? So if can they find out about that on Attitude Is Everything and the recovery page?
Usually, there's people posting about it all over. If you guys want any information about that, I can get the information. I personally haven't been going to any meetings because still, just the fear of bringing something home to family. The NA website, the AA website, they're both valuable.
That'll bring up local, places that are, they'll post in what parks and what times and stuff like that.
So what do you personally do, Frog, to keep your head together?
Well, I read my Bible a lot, and then I just kind of reflect on where I don't want to be, and I just try to keep up, I approach everything with a positive attitude and a smile on my face, because what if that person I'm coming up to is having, going through something rough, and just my smile can brighten their whole day until you make a turnaround,
So the silver lining in this whole thing for you is what?
Just remain positive,
And you got to fight for that sometimes.
You do have to fight for that, because just because I found recovery and doesn't mean that life's all grand and everything, because I find it more of a struggle to actually do the right thing, going to work, paying bills. It's a real struggle. It's no, it's not all fun. Sure, I have my great days, but it's you know what I mean. So it's not it's easy to be out on the streets and not have any responsibilities, and that's just the easy way out, really, And if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to, to be responsible enough to want a better life for yourself, then you're going to go after it and you're going to pursue it.
I had a business coach tell me the other day. She said, ask people that what is it that you do really well, and give you an example. And I thought that was a really great thing, because I don't think we sometimes see what we do well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, so you asked me this question yesterday, and so I was like, I'm really struggling with it because, like, what I did well was not good. You know what I mean? So I'm like relearning how to do, the good things, and so like, what I do well is like I can absorb, like if someone's like depressed or whatever, I've learned how to absorb that and return it with a smile and lift people up, and that's what I do.
Okay. Now I'm going to harp on you a little, but you told me yesterday you're helping out at soup kitchens and all that kind of stuff. So let me tell you what I think you're good at, and Nick, both of you two, because I know you. Since you guys have been there, you're at the soup kitchens now because you want to see where you were and where you're not going back, and you want to help guide those people back out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I volunteer at the soup kitchen every Saturday, and
Where we used to run around.
Yeah,
in
and it's the same place I used to go eat when I was starving, and so it's kind of nice to be able to go in there and let people see that it's possible to come out of this, like, out of nowhere, and give them some hope. You know what I mean? And it's kind of, some people say, isn't that difficult? But it's not. You just got to learn how to set your boundaries, you know what I mean? And just minimize your contact. And if someone's serious, like I got a couple of resources where I could send people if they want to get off the streets, you know what I mean? That feels really good to me.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Well, I just want to say one more thing. Frog has been a great friend of mine for many years. Through addiction, through just living life. He drove here today in his own car. He's got a license and insurance. And there was a time when the thing that he was good at was breaking U-locks off of bikes. And if I ever heard that somebody lost their bike and they had a U-lock on their bike, I went straight to Frog, and usually he had their bike, and then I could sell it back to him.
So today, what's he good at?
Today he's good at being a good friend. He's good at showing up on time, being there for you. If he says he's going to be there at 10 o'clock, by God, he's there at 10 o'clock. If I ever go to the soup kitchen and work, he's there. Working with Clay and all the other guys at the soup kitchen, doing Egan Warming Center, cooking food. It's just this new drive for life that we have is completely different from the no drive of life that we used to have. And I don't say the whole U-lock thing out of like glorifying that. I just want to give you an idea of where we came from.
Right.
We were the gutter, the lowest of the low, living on the street, taking anything that wasn't locked down, to being actually really good people. And
Productive members.
Productive members of society,
Yeah.
not committing any crimes, not going to jail, not helping people and going to church and doing paying for people's car washes when I don't even know them, stuff like that.
And you feel good about that?
Yeah, it felt really good. And then when she came out to tell me the reaction that the lady gave her when she found out that her car wash was paid for, and it was priceless. It really was. So I love Frog with all my heart, and it's starting to become a new trend. If we can get clean and get our lives together, anybody can. Anybody can. I've been a garbage can addict. Used any kind of drug that was offered to me at any given time to live in a good life, and I'm just really grateful today.
Well, I appreciate you both. So again, it's Recovery. What's the name of your site?
We do recover.
We Do Recover on Facebook. You'll find it has a little kind of a beach scene.
Yeah, it's got a beach scene on it. Yeah, there's only 260 members, but it's growing fast. So.
And Nick says attitude is everything, and it also has a beach scene because there's a couple of those pages. So you got to make sure you get the local one.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah.
So you guys, again, it's Coburg Car Wash at the car wash. We want to thank Jim and Renee. They sponsor our show, and they let us do whatever we want. And we think it's really good to just show you different hopeful things in our community, because I think there's a lot of negative going on, and we're going to show you some positive to counterbalance it. I'm Rick Dancer. We'll be back later today. We're going to be showing you Element Health Clubs are opening on Monday. So we're going to kind of show you what a local health club is doing to get ready for the big opening. All right, have a good day. I'll see you around noon to 1 sometime. Bye-bye.